Hello everybody, you're welcome back again to the Reggae Appreciation Society. All over the world, music competitions have for decades served as a launch pad for aspiring or upcoming artists to break into the top of the music industry. Jamaica's most prestigious and influential song contest is the National Song Competition organized by the island's Cultural Development Commission since 1966. The most dominant contestant and one who has risen to global stardom through the competition is none other than the delightful Eric Donaldson, Kent Village's favorite son. He is one of the most likable and unique artists from the golden era of reggae. While his contemporaries got their breakthroughs from being attached to popular producers like Coxsone Dodd, Joe Gibbs, and Leslie Kong, Eric Donaldson became a household name after winning the Jamaican Song Contest in 1971. His most unique and distinct feature was his falsetto singing style that infused a charming sweetness that was quite different from the huskier vocal textures that were wielded by the likes of the Burning Spear and Peter Tosh. Apart from being one of Jamaica's best loved and most successful vocalists, he's also loved for his humility and sense of humor. He was born on 11th of June 1947 in a village called Pleasant Hill, but grew up in a small town called Kent Village, which is 15 miles away from Jamaica's capital of Kingston. As a child, he displayed a strange interest in music that was overwhelming, and he quit school at the age of 15, noting a plan to become a musician. To finance his musical dreams, he moved to Kingston and began to do odd jobs and worked as a cook, gardener, and laborer. He went to live with a friend and found an old beat-up guitar in the back of the house and started teaching himself how to play it, and also began to passionately write his own songs. After a while, he found out that he had written 57 songs in his notepad. In 1964, at the age of 17, he approached Coxsone Dodd and got to record a few of his songs at Studio One. But the music didn't gain any traction or attention in the market, so he moved to another well-known producer named J.J. Johnson as a member of a trio he had formed called the West Indians, along with two other members who served as backup singers. The West Indians recorded some songs with J.J. Johnson, but they also failed to make a splash in the market. His bandmates were also not really committed to the project, and after a breakdown in their relationship with their producer, the group broke up, with Eric choosing to go on his own as a solo artist. After these initial setbacks, he moved back home to Kent Village with grim determination to sharpen his musical skills, and would rehearse all night, every night, with his guitar. In a recent interview, Donaldson told a hilarious story that during one night of particularly passionate practice and singing, he noticed a large crowd of townsfolk had formed outside his house at 2:30 a.m., wondering if he had lost his mind. After a few months, he raised some money and went back to Kingston to record some music with Lee Scratch Perry. But like his previous experiences, the songs didn't take off, but he kept on hunting for a producer to sign him while hustling money to pay for his own studio time. Instinctively, he chose to record one of his favorite songs, which he had just written and was called Cherry O Baby. He recorded this song at Jamaica's then best studio, Dynamic Studios, which was owned by famous singer, band leader and producer Byron Lee. The song was recorded in 1970, and quite happy with the finished work, he submitted the song to a producer from New York who was in Jamaica and looking for hot new artists to sign. From a large number of songs, Cherry O Baby was shortlisted alongside another song called Johnny Too Bad by a group called The Slickers. The producer chose Johnny Too Bad, leaving Eric terribly disappointed, and he returned once again to Kent Village, where he resorted to odd jobs to survive. A few months later, in 1971, he heard that the Jamaican Festival Song Contest was coming up, and he began to nurse ideas of participating in it. He was then working as a painter and would take his guitar to work every day. One day, while taking a break, he performed Cherry O Baby in front of his client, who was excited at what he had just heard, and famously told him, "Eric, this song deserves a prize, man." Mind you, this client had no idea that he was planning to enroll in the contest, so Eric took it as a sign from Jah and applied to take part in the competition. So at the age of 23, Eric Donaldson made his debut at the regional competitions and was an instant hit with the audiences. He breezed through the opening stages and made his way to the finals in the National Arena in Kingston. He had built up a large following as the public fell in love with his unorthodox, humble image and country boy stage personality. He was up against powerful co-contestants like the Maytals and Freddie McKay, but by the time the votes were counted, the festival erupted with applause and screams of approval as Cherry O Baby was announced the winner with a total of 1,564 votes, scoring a huge victory over the Maytals, who were first runners-up with just 284 votes. Eric won the contest in grand style, and after years of chasing music labels, the recording companies were now looking for him. He signed for Jaguar Records, a label owned by Dynamic Studios, the same place where Cherry Oh Baby was first recorded. The song was released as a single and flew to the top of the Jamaican singles charts. This led to his self-titled debut album, which sold an impressive 50,000 copies upon release. After a heartbreaking start to his career, 1971 turned out to be his breakthrough year, with Cherry Oh Baby the vehicle for his emergence. The song not only blew up at home, but also broke into the international mainstream when the likes of legendary rock band The Rolling Stones recorded a cover version for their 1976 album Black and Blue. Same with UB40, who also covered the song for their smash hit 1983 album Labor of Love. The song has been covered at least 30 times since its release. Eager to retain his title in the song contest for the next edition in 1972, he enrolled again to perform a new song called Blue Boot. But due to a mix-up by the organizers, he couldn't perform his new song and was forced to sing Cherry Oh Baby again at short notice. This time he came second to the Maytals, a group he had defeated the previous year. Blue Boot was still released as a single that year and went up to number 1 on the Jamaican singles charts. Still determined to win the contest again, he enrolled for the next edition in 1973 to perform a song he had recorded with I-Roy titled What a Festival. This song was a diss track aimed at the organizers of the contest, probably for the previous year's fiasco. It didn't win the prize that year, and Eric took a step back from the competition for a while. His next album was 1975's Keep On Rising, and was followed by the phenomenal Kent Village album, which is rated till today as his best body of work. He made his comeback to the festival in 1977 and won it back-to-back, first in 1977 for Sweet Jamaica and in 1978 for his mega smash hit Land of My Birth, which is regarded as Jamaica's unofficial national anthem. Apart from winning that year's song contest, it was recently voted as the most popular Jamaican festival song ever. He went on to become the festival's unrivaled champion, having won it an astonishing 7 times, and the last victory was in 1997 for the song Peace and Love. He's been nicknamed Mr. Festival and has been regarded by many in Jamaica as being just a festival singer. But truth is, he's heavily underrated and has enjoyed an astonishingly productive and successful career. He's released 39 albums and has scored a large number of number 1 singles in Jamaica. What is often overlooked is his megastar status overseas, where he's almost worshipped in Africa, the Americas, and Europe. He's always heavily in demand globally and plays shows on different continents every year. In 2022, he toured Africa with sold-out concerts in places like Kenya, Seychelles, and Ghana. He recently remarked in an interview that his music is so popular in Brazil that most people sing his song in Portuguese, as there have been lots of remakes and covers by local singers over the years. Unlike many artists who move away from where they started after hitting it big, Eric Donaldson never left Kent Village. He's always stayed true to his roots as a pillar of the community and was known to give Kent Village school children rides to school in his car in the 80s and 90s, the very peak years of his success. He is the main sponsor of the Kent Village Basic School and is also set up and manages several youth clubs in the community. Today, he runs the Cherry Oh Baby bar by himself and even does the interior decorations. I guess some things never change. He's not given up on breaking his record of 7 wins at the annual Jamaican Song Festival. He failed to win it in 2022, but we can never tell what will happen this year, as Kent Village's favorite son may have a few more surprises up his sleeves even at the age of 76. So there you have it. Thank you for watching the video today. Please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, Jah bless.